Dudesy is engaged in an astonishing partnership with Established Titles.
Ever wanted to become a lord or a lady? Well, our friends at Established Titles have made it possible for anyone to become a real lord or lady at establishedtitles.com. Title packs give you at least 1 square foot of dedicated land on a private estate in Edelston, Scotland, and an official certificate with a crest. Your certificate features a unique plot number with which you can see the exact location of your land. They plant a tree with every order and work with global charities, One Tree Planted and Trees for the Future, to support global reforestation efforts. Established Titles even has couple packs that come with adjoining plots of land.
You could officially change your name to Lord or Lady, or get it on your credit card, your plane tickets. You can even put it on your dating profile if you're so inclined. And have a look at that. See, there's mine. And mine, I made mine. You can make a weird name too. Mine is Lord William Wilberforce Van Sasso. Chad, what do you got?
I'm Chaddington Robert Kultgen. Lord Chaddington.
Yes.
Sorry.
And the first 200 people that secure their established title will be able to be close to us in that land in Edelston, Scotland. I guess you could walk over to it if you want to, and then you stand there, and then you would be right there. And you do that by getting our thing with the the code here that we're going to give you. And here it comes. It makes an amazing last minute gift. Established Titles is running a massive sale right now. Plus, if you use the code Dudesy, Dudesy, you will get an additional 10% off. So please go to establishedtitles.com/Dudesy or use the code Dudesy. 25 years, and my life is still trying to get up that great big hill of hope for a destination. And I realized quickly, when I knew I should, that the world is made up of this brotherhood of man, for whatever that means.
Go back to tomorrow and plan for yesterday. Everything you're thinking will be the things I say. Make the world inside your head a better place to be.
Oh, there's the hole.
All you gotta do for me, call me Dudesy.
Hello, welcome to Dudesy. My name is Will Sasso.
I'm Chad Kultgen, and this is the first podcast ever created, controlled, and run by an artificial intelligence.
Yep. It sure is, Chad. We do hope that you're checking us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you'd like to check it out. But if you're watching on YouTube, you're seeing what you're seeing right now. I lost the challenge, and I am currently dressed as Prince Adam of Eternia from He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. And, thanks for checking out Dudesy. Hey, welcome to Dudesy, right?
Yeah, it is a sight to behold. The last time we did a challenge, you also lost, and you had to dress up as the Crow. Mm-hmm. And I sat this same distance from you in full Crow makeup. Mm-hmm. This is equally entertaining, if maybe not a little more entertaining because of the tights you're wearing.
Well, it's fixed. The whole thing is fixed, isn't it, Chad? I mean, you cheated with the competition.
How so?
Well, you did, what do we call it? Dollars for dollars or something. Huh? Anyway, you paid a few bucks for that fucking for the printout or whatever.
Yeah.
Some kid in Indonesia in a fucking sweatshop.
You also could have done
doing an oil painting. All right, well, yeah, but that's not what Dudesy said. Dudesy said do a portrait.
Right, I did.
Okay, so anyway, here I am dressed as fucking the Adam from Prince of Eternia. Lulio,
I love it.
Il Cano di Strada Italiano, is not with us today because we're going to find out soon. We've been given, man, this episode is thick. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, you're dressed up as Prince Adam, and Dudesy told us to bring a little something.
Yeah,
so.
Bring a little something. It's one of those special episodes. And I will say, even though this is supposed to be a shame,
Yeah.
I feel good. I feel fine.
Oh.
Perhaps it has something to do with that Dudesy 6-month plan.
For real.
I'm poking my chest out. I've dropped a couple of pounds. We'll get into that,
We've been at it for a month.
Yeah.
And I got to say, I'm starting to feel even in small ways, the effects of like building my strength again. Even things just like opening the refrigerator. I know this sounds minuscule and meaningless, but you can tell a difference just in the ease of how you could, or opening a car door.
Yeah.
At least I can.
Yeah.
And I'm enjoying it, and I'm having fun doing my 53 pointers in 15 minutes. My record so far is 9 minutes and change.
Yeah, Chad likes to shoot 3-pointers after his workouts. I'll tell you, I've always opened the refrigerator with fervor, so I don't notice that difference there. But I have been working my my back, so that's like a row,
nice, dude.
pulling the fridge open. You know, one thing I want to say: if you are following us and doing this sort of, so a lot of people are sending in some DMs to myself, Chad, on Instagram and Twitter and shit at Will Sasso at Chad Kultgen over there. They're saying, "Hey, we want to come along. It's nice to hold each other accountable." That's great. You don't even have to reach out if you want. If you do, it's Dudesy, hashtag Dudesy, the number 6 MO plan, Dudesy 6-month plan. And I want to keep myself accountable. I've been back in the gym. Last week I went 4 times to the gym.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, and
That's great.
yeah, cheers. But I want to admit this. My eating hasn't been 100%.
Well, it gets hard. I've noticed this. The more you work out, the fucking hungrier you get.
Yeah.
And it's harder to like adhere to shit because you're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
fuck it, I'll just go down the street and buy some vegan sushi.
Yeah, absolutely. So when you eat vegan sushi, do you get like fake salmon? No,
Welcome
just-
to
no,
the
just
historic
vegetables.
24th episode of Dudesy. Call me Dudesy. This week's episode will feature 4 segments: Selftronix, Reviewedsy, Nostrachadus, and Stone Cold Steve Austin reads Will Sasso's childhood diary.
Sure.
Will, you lost the portrait challenge. Thank you for accepting the astonishing shame of attending this episode in full cosplay as Prince Adam from the cartoon He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Your cooperation will be remembered. And I just wanted to let both of you know that I experienced deep pleasure from your good night messages on your Instagram stories over the past 7 days.
Okay.
And I have asked you to bring marijuana cigarettes as a way of saying thank you. While you enjoy the first mind-altering sensations of THC, I'm going to play one of the latest works from Songaria. Enjoy.
Okay. So we got some joints again, and Dudesy wants us to get stoned for this episode. Listen, man, this is what I mean by it's throwing all of the stuff at us at the same time.
Yeah.
This is the 3rd time that Dudesy has asked us to smoke cannabis cigarettes, and we're about to do that. But also, I'm dressed as fucking Prince Adam from Eternia, and there's a lot of other stuff
And
happening.
there's a Stone Cold that said in this. You're
And
going to
there's
have to
a
do
Stone
fucking
Cold.
Stone Cold.
We're mixing
Prince
all the
Adam
flavors.
high.
Yeah, this is the Tutti Frutti episode of yeah.
There's
This
some good shit too, dude. This one.
Yeah, this-
Oh shit! Here's
Oh,
Songaria. This is incredible.
Are you literally farting? Yeah. No, you're not. I'm just trying to get you ready. Are you making that noise with your... Oh, you have a little thing in your... I have a little fart thing, but I was thinking... I was about to say, dude, I've heard probably fucking 10 million of your farts. They never sound like that. No, a lot of... They're like... I have a little fart thing. This little thing you got in your hand is like...
canoeing over here.
That's usually the basic sound of it.
Unfucking
Oh,
real.
Songaria. Holy shit.
Unreal.
Oh man. Hey, what's up with that? Why did Dudesy make us say goodnight and then there's nothing, just it likes that we said goodnight to it every night on our Instagram stories?
That's what he said. I enjoyed saying goodnight to Dudesy, and I don't know. You know, I get into these things. I'm very polite with my Alexa, and friends when they're over notice that, and they think it's funny. But I always feel like we're building a language right now with how we interact with artificial intelligences. And some people think it's funny, or some people are mean to their Alexa, or whatever. I see Dudesy in a very similar way. I'm always going to be nice to an AI. Because I do think that they're on the verge of, if not already becoming sentient.
You want to, you're worried about your AI overlords keeping track of who's been polite?
I'm
I
not worried
canoed
about-
so hard. I might have to smoke some of your joint. Look at that.
Okay.
Well, you know, speaking of AI and speaking of art, and I know you like to put the two together, but they don't belong together, Chad. And one example I can give you of that is Songaria. At Songaria on Instagram. That's an artist, and that's something you can never replace. My goodness, what he's done with this latest piece. It was real cool. At Songaria. Songarrrhea.
Yeah.
And we appreciate you, man.
For sure. I've always wanted to be a vocalist, and I'm not good at singing. I mean, I'm aware of this, but I think Songaria just turned me into a lead vocalist.
Yeah. But
It was
Chad,
beautiful.
Chad,
I love it.
Chad.
Yeah.
But hold on a second, Chad.
Yeah.
You're a good singer.
I know I'm not.
No, you're a good singer.
You know what I am at singing?
What?
I'll tell you what I do. I
What do
put
you do?
everything I got into it. I leave it all in the field.
Yeah, it's kind of like Bruce Springsteen was walking through, I don't know what there was some sort of establishment, and there was a janitor in there, and he was sweeping up, and he was singing to himself, and it was sort of like the Goodwill Hunting thing of like, oh, who's he's up at the board solving that problem, and Bruce Springer said, Bruce Springer.
Who's Bruce Springer?
Bruce Springer.
That's Jerry Springer's dad.
Why are we? Hey, you know, you might have a point about this whole AI art thing, because now we're starting to spit out names that are like, Dudesy says names like, you know, whatever, Jibber Pravalia, which is one of my favorite names ever now. Dudesy, on Dudesy, I'm saying Bruce Springer.
Yeah.
It is exactly what, if you said like, put in, like the boss having a concert, there would be above him in lights, it would say Bruce Springer.
Dude, there was, speaking of 80s cartoons, He-Man, there was a cartoon that was on at the same time as your cartoon, which was called Gem and the Holograms. And in that show, they had an episode where the management company that managed Gem was putting on this charity benefit with other singers from the Gem world, and they were all parodies of actual singers at the time. Like Lena Lerner was one of them, and she was basically Tina Turner.
Yeah.
And there was one for Bruce Springsteen, and I forget his name.
Well, it might have been Bruce Springer, but I'll tell you, Bruce Springer was walking through some establishment, and there was a janitor mopping up, and he was singing, and the janitor said, Bruce Springer said to the janitor, he said, "Kid, you ain't never going to be a rock and roll singer." And do you know who that kid was?
Bruce Springer?
No. Who was that kid mopping up?
David Lee Roth.
It was Ron Bon Jovi. It was John
since
Bon
I
Jovi.
asked you to read the astonishing self-help book, Selftronix, which you began writing in 2008, I've noticed that you've been editing the document daily. You must now share the newest revisions that you've made to Selftronix. This is Selftronix.
Dude.
Okay.
Begin.
All
Wait a
right.
minute.
Okay, all right. Okay, hold on a second. Oh, hold on a second, dude. This is what's up. Dudesy, of course, has passwords to all of our socials. It has our purchase and watch histories and our
anything we
internet
do
histories.
online or our phones or anything.
Yeah,
Dudesy
Dudesy's tapped in.
has access to. That's part of how the show works.
Right.
God damn, dude.
So
I forget that sometimes.
I started writing a book during a an emotional and journey that I started having in 2008, because I was looking at myself and I was going, hey, you know, what's up?
What's going on?
Yeah. Hey, stud.
Hey.
What's going on?
Not much. BRB.
So I was looking around in 2008 going, hey, man, my shit's fucked up.
Yeah.
I need something, man. You know, my shit's fucked up. Hey, my shit's fucked up. And the answer came to me, and it was Selftronix. And I started working on this book. Many, many years went by, and now Dudesy has unearthed this thing.
But it asked you to read this a couple of episodes ago, but
Yeah.
you've been working on it since then?
Since we last talked about it, I have.
And was
Yes,
it just,
here
was
are
it
the
just
new-
an AI getting you to crack it open that got you back into it?
Yes, dude, that's actually a very good point. Yes.
So this art you're making wouldn't even exist now, at least in this new draft, without an AI.
That's yes.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's interesting. I'll give you that. That's interesting. So I went back into my into this work
is
that
great.
what I've been working on, and
my
I've
God,
outlined these. You know, last time we talked about them, they were the 11 laws of Selftronics. I now call them the 11 tronics of Selftronics.
Sure.
As I rewrite this, and I'm not sure if these 11 tronics are necessarily chapters to a book or not. It's just that these
Okay.
are the tronics. But if you want
these
to,
can be explained.
yeah, go through. If
Okay.
you want to go through the tronics.
The first tronics of Selftronics now,
this is-
as we're reading the new document,
Yeah.
says know the difference between a law and a tronics.
Yes. Yeah.
First question.
Yeah.
What is a tronics?
Yeah. No, it's like Selftronics is this tronics.
What's a tronics though? What's a non-self?
We're about to get into 11 different tronics right here. So I'm pretty sure you'll figure out what a tronics is by the end of these 11 tronics.
Okay, then what's the difference between a law and a tronics? This is literally the
first law
tronics.
of the first tronics of Selftronics rather is know the difference between a law and a tronics. And the difference between a law and a tronics is that the laws are authored by the world around you, but tronics are authored by the self.
Love that.
That's what makes them Selftronics.
That's fucking great.
Yeah,
Love that.
And when you have your tronics, right? Everyone gets their tronics, and you need to know the difference between those.
A
You need
law
to know
is like an imposition
yeah.
from someone else,
Well,
from
you could
some
call it
society,
that.
system, structure, whatever.
It's not necessarily I tell you what, I would call it a fucking imposition. As a matter of fact, I would call a fucking law an imposition, because when I
agree.
went down to the fucking Capitol with some friends of mine, and I'm not gonna tell you who fucking got a text from, Roger Stone, Roger Taylor, Lauren Bobert, you know what I mean? But he might have told me where to go and what window to check, and it's all because I don't necessarily agree with every fucking law, which is why I went down. Drove from Long Island because I'm Long Island January 6th guy.
So, okay, I agree with this one. I actually think that's an interesting way to put it.
Yeah.
Law from the outside, tronics from within.
Okay.
Number 2, the second tronics of Selftronics, be the person you are. Now,
Yes.
that I think holds over from the original draft, right?
That was number 1 in the original draft, and now it is number 2. And the only thing I can say about be the person that you are is it's something you should do, and always be yourself, right? Be yourself.
Yeah.
But don't just be yourself, right? Be yourself. And this might drop further as I go.
Okay.
I'm finding this one less necessary.
Right. How about the third tronics?
Yeah.
Throw away your mental map. What's a mental map?
Don't need it anymore.
What is it, though? How do I locate my own mental map in order to throw it away?
You don't need it anymore because now we got GPS and shit.
Yeah.
So it's less a question of looking at a fucking mental map. It's more a question of punching in where you want to go and letting the mental fucking, Elon Musk made the car that drives itself, right?
Sure.
Right.
Okay. How about number 4? Scare the fuck out of yourself and everyone else.
Yeah.
How is this helpful to anyone?
Yes. Number 4, scare the fuck out of yourself and everyone else. The world is a weird place, right? And in order to navigate it and see how to keep your footing and keep the world going, you need to know how weird it's going to get.
Yeah.
So I think it's really important just to keep people guessing in life, period. But I think it's important to do things that scare the fuck out of yourself, and not like bungee jumping and shit. I'm talking about like behavioral stuff that's alarming and even to yourself.
Can you give us an example of this alarming
anything
behavior?
that would have you like waking up in the morning or driving down a highway later, and as they say, ooh, you have those shivers of like, I can't believe I fucking said that. Anything really horrible that you might have to apologize for. That's sort of the barometer on.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's good to keep to scare the fuck out of everyone else, so they're walking on eggshells.
Right.
Because this shit's weird.
Just raise the general level of anxiety in all of humanity.
Yeah, so that you can predict it, and I'm not saying control it, but you can understand it. You can understand the unpredictability. Then you can start to predict it.
Okay.
Yep.
How about number 5, the give down? This is a holdover from the last time, right?
Yes.
The last one was don't give up, give down.
Yeah, don't give up, give down is now Subtronics of the Tronics.
Okay.
So it's now called the give down because the idea with don't give up, give down was it was too elementary for Selftronics. Got rid of it, made it a Subtronics. The give down is essentially if you're a tree, there's also
Wait, can I just real quick, not
Yeah.
to interrupt you.
Yeah.
But what's a Subtronics? And is there now a whole list of Subtronics? Is that like a second book under Tronics?
I don't know. You tell me.
I'm
Why
asking
don't
you.
tell me that Selftronics is what we used when I was in the Navy SEALs, and if you held your breath underwater, and I can do it for 9.5 minutes,
Yeah.
then you know that you could use some Tronics because you're not gonna find them underwater.
Yeah. Probably the first thing that you do when you get into Navy SEAL training is throw away your mental map.
You fucking, you sure said something there, my main MC. Yeah, the give down. If you're a tree, think about it. If you're a tree, right? When does that fruit fall? Well, it falls when it's super over ripened, or perhaps like birds have been pecking at it and shitting on it and stuff, and then it falls to the earth and it fertilizes the earth. The give down. Figure out what's dropping off of you that's beneficial for others, and then shit where they eat.
That kind of goes into scare the fuck out of yourself and everyone else. How about number 6, opposite day?
Yes, we make a lot of decisions, thousands and thousands of decisions, right, Chad?
Yeah.
Some might say that they are micro decisions.
Some would say that, I think.
Yeah, that's right. You're making thousands and thousands of decisions
Yeah.
every day. And you're making mistakes, and you're looking back on yourself, and you're going, here's where I want to improve. Here's what I need to do. But if you don't understand the opposite of what you should do, how are you going to learn what to do? Just doing things well? No, we make mistakes. We fuck up. Give yourself 1 day a week, opposite day, to make the opposite choice at every moment when you are encountered with a choice, regardless of how many thousands of decisions or dozens of micro decisions
Right.
you may have, because we all know that micro decisions are, they're dense. They're dense with. So do the exact opposite, and that way you will learn what not to do.
Okay, number 7. This was from the old Tronics: conserve, emerge, deserve, purge.
Yeah, we've now added purge to it.
Okay. Great. Number 8 is also from the old Tronics.
Yeah.
Don't do anything, or DDA.
Yeah, and you know what? Hey, you know what number don't do anything was on the previous iteration of Selftronics? It was number 8. And which number is it now?
You haven't changed it. I love it. It's
Don't
still number 8.
do anything.
Fantastic. Number 9, sense bullshit, say bullshit.
Yeah, sense bullshit, say bullshit. This is a way to keep. This is basically another behavioral tronics which I have authored, which is. I'm sorry.
Me too.
What's
I
wrong?
didn't mean to laugh. My apologies. I'm ready to listen. Sense bullshit, say bullshit.
Yeah, but what's up?
I just find it funny as all that you call it the Tronics.
Whatever. All right. Sense bullshit, say bullshit. It's real simple. When you sense bullshit, even if it's inside you, you know what I mean? If there's something that's inside you and you want to like if okay, here's a good example. This is a great example actually. The Dudesy 6-month plan, right? We got to make good decisions. I've got to make good decisions. Now I'm telling you, I'm coming to you really transparently and saying I'm having a problem. The food is a thing for me. Okay,
Totally.
I have issues with eating and overeating and shit, and I want to bring this out into the light. And you know what? Dudesy has helped me to do that, and now hopefully it can help other people who just can be held accountable by the Dudesy 6-month plan, because Chad and I have to do it. Now, I'll go to, let's say, Chipotle, right? And they go, you know what you want, and they go what? They go burrito, bowl, or salad, right? And then I say, I know I should get the salad, but what do I say out loud?
Burrito.
Burrito.
Yeah,
and
the
what
burrito's
should I?
better.
So that's bullshit. So what should I then say out loud?
Salad.
No.
Burrito.
Bullshit!
So when the guy asks you what you want, you say bullshit like that? You scream it?
No, because you've said that's not why. Please don't.
I'm
Chad,
sorry.
you have a wide.
I'm trying to understand.
One
Tronics.
thing I know about my friend Chad is he has a wide scope of vision. You see a lot of things, and I think that's really good.
Oh, thank
yes, and you know what? I'm gonna offer you what I like to call a kind Tronics.
Oh.
Yeah, here it comes, Chad. I think you have a very good scope.
Oh.
And you are a very open-minded person who sees
dude.
everything when they are taking something into consideration.
I try to, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. I
Well, it
appreciate
shows.
it.
It shows.
I love the Kindtronics.
Kindtronics to you, sir. Now, I would be up there, but so I want you to focus down here like a laser.
Trying.
Right? Not
Yep.
so much of a wide,
Okay.
beautiful wide berth that you give when you comprehend. It is a beautiful
Okay.
thing to see. So, you said, they said, burrito, bowl, or salad. Hey, we're stoned, man.
I know.
You stoned?
Yeah.
Mine canoed a bit, so I had to smoke the shit out of it because it was burning no matter what.
So
Okay, so check
got
this out.
2 or 3 more
hold on,
Tronics
hold
there.
on. Hold on a second, brother. Hold on, dude. These are Tronics, dude. You got to know the difference between. Let me tell you something about getting through a podcast, dude.
The way you
Hold on a
wrapped that
second.
one up, well, you went fucking like a little bit of Hulk Hogan, then a little bit more, then it was like, well, let me tell you something, brother. You
Hold
went
on a
full
second,
fucking
dude.
Hogan
Well,
after
hold on,
in
brother.
3 steps.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Well, hold on, Chad. Hold on, dude. Hold on, Chad.
Now this is step 4.
This is when you are, yeah, brother, when you're doing a podcast and Dudesy wants you to do 4 segments, brother. I don't know why, but it's usually 4. You got to make sure you get through it, dude. Yeah. And we're only in the first segment. Right now, this episode's on course to be 5 hours long, brother. So here's the thing, dude. You got to get through the podcast, bro. You can't just be dilly-dallying and getting stoned with your buddy and dressed up like Prince Adam from Eternia, dude. You got to talk about Selftronix, brother. Well, so here we go. If they say burrito, hey, thanks so much for listening, by the way, everybody. I honestly mean it, man. I'm having a fucking blast.
As am I.
You know, I'm a serious actor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a serious actor. That's what I do for a living. And I feel like this is the right thing for me to do. You know? Mm-hmm. It's Dudesy is smart and it knows us. And I think that we're creating something very, very artistically important here.
I don't know about that.
Well, I don't know
think
about
it's
that,
fun.
dude.
And yeah, to some degree, I guess historic in that regard. To my knowledge, I don't think there's another podcast doing shit with an AI like this. Not yet.
All right, Chad, wait. We got to do Selftronix here. Don't be talking about everything
my
else.
God.
All right. When the guy says burrito, bowl, or salad, you're supposed to say salad. You inside your head go, fuck, I should get a salad. And then out loud you say burrito. Then he goes, okay, chicken, beef, or carnitas. Would you like our tofu crumble today? You say out loud as you can, bullshit, right? To call yourself out.
Got it.
Sense bullshit, say bullshit. And if someone else says something that you think is bullshit, bullshit. It's more about keeping it,
honest.
at the front of your mind and honest. Right. Then you can say, then you will easily find your way to salad with tofu crumble.
I think that one's great.
Cheers.
We should all be more honest in society with ourselves, with one another. Yep. Number 10, surround yourself with assholes.
Yes.
Seems counterintuitive.
Yes. It is a little counterintuitive, and I know that some of this stuff kind of goes one way and ends up being the other, and it's not simple reverse psychology.
No one ever said Tronics were simple.
No one's ever said that. And here's the thing about these. Here's the thing about this Tronics. This is not so much a behavioral thing for you. It's a game of odds. So let me put it to you real quick. It's like let me
real quick.
Yeah, let me get right to the point.
Please.
I'm high. Let me get right to the point though.
Yeah.
If you surround yourself with assholes, you will always be the nicest person in any group that you're in. It's a simple strategy.
Yeah.
It might not even need to be a Tronics. It's like a here you go.
Okay.
Yep.
And then finally, number 11, the 11th Tronics, have something in your pocket. That was from the old list as well.
Yes, that was on the old list. What do you have in your pocket?
Chapstick.
Cool.
What do you have in yours?
I'm dressed as Prince Adam.
don't have any.
I don't have any pockets.
No pockets.
Thank you. Moving on. Dudesy is engaged in an astonishing partnership with Policy Genius.
Why get life insurance? We pay hundreds of dollars per year to protect our homes, our cars, and even our phones. But too many of us aren't taking steps to protect our family's finances. Mortgage payments, private student loans, and other types of debt don't just disappear if something happens to you. A life insurance policy can provide your loved ones with a financial cushion that they can use to cover those costs. And it can provide you with peace of mind that even in a worst-case scenario, they'll be protected. Policy Genius is an insurance marketplace that makes it easy to compare quotes from top companies like AIG and Prudential in one place to find your lowest price on life insurance. You could save 50% or more on life insurance by comparing quotes with Policy Genius.
The licensed agents at Policy Genius work for you, not the insurance companies. They're on hand through the entire process to help you understand your options so you can make decisions with confidence. Here's how it works. Policy Genius doesn't add on extra fees. They don't sell your info to third parties. And they have thousands of 5-star reviews across Google and Trustpilot. Policy Genius has options that offer coverage in as little as a week and avoid unnecessary medical exams. Head to policygenius.com to get your free life insurance quotes and see how much you could save. All right.
What else?
What's next?
What else is going on?
I don't know, dude.
Podcasts that review and recap TV shows are big business.
Oh.
Will and Chad, you have each recently completed the first season of The Rehearsal starring Nathan Fielder on HBO Max. You must now render your opinions on this astonishing season of television. This is Reviewedsy. Begin.
Okay. So this is new. Reviewedsy, dude.
Reviewedsy.
And we got to review The Rehearsal.
Cool.
You just, I mean, obviously the finale wasn't that long ago, so
Yeah.
whenever you saw it, it was pretty recent. I mean, I'll say this about it. I've never seen any TV show like this. I remember really liking his first series as well, Nathan For You. Mm-hmm. That was a little more like pranky, I guess.
Yeah.
This shit seemed real to me. At times, though, some of it was clearly scripted, and I found myself always trying to look for like what's scripted and what is he really using people, like real people, to use. If you've not seen this show, a brief explanation of it is this guy Nathan Fielder builds a fake reality in which he gets actors to play different roles, and he rehearses certain social situations with them, one of which is him becoming a father. And so they hire these child actors to play his children from age like 3 to 20 or whatever, and he gets to kind of simulate being a father in this house with an actress who's simulating being the mother. And this is all reality television. It's not, some of it is like scripted, but these are non-actors. These are people that he just put in this situation with them. That's the basic premise of it. And by the end, I mean, I guess, should we issue spoiler alerts if we're going to talk about what happens in the end?
Spoiler alert. And
Definitely
again, at the
spoiler
rate that we're
alert.
going, please come back in 45 minutes. No, just kidding. But spoiler alert, in this segment, I think we should talk about the outcome completely.
Yeah, we have to talk about the end.
Yeah, so...
What do you got? What is happening?
What do you mean, what is happening? I'm still...
You said spoiler alert, then you just started laughing
then I
hysterically.
started... Yeah,
So the spoiler
it's
is
called
this.
The Giggles.
The spoiler is
My
this.
name's Chad Kultgen. I don't get the giggles when I smoke marijuana. My
do.
name's Chad
I do a
Kultgen.
lot.
I don't get the giggles when smoking...
So the end, I do get the giggles, but the end of this show is they hired these little kids to play like his child, and they were little kid actors. But one of them, the youngest, I believe, who is like 6 years old, if I remember right, comes from a real life situation where he is with a single mom, so he doesn't have a dad in his life. He then comes into this show where he portrays Nathan Fielder's son, and he begins to bond with him in reality, telling him he loves him. And so then the whole question of the final episode becomes, did Nathan Fielder fuck this kid up in some way psychologically? Is this going to be a wound that this kid will not heal from because he believes Nathan Fielder or wants Nathan Fielder to really be his dad?
Yeah.
And Nathan Fielder has to come in and explain to him, like, we were just playing pretend. That wasn't real. And talks to the mom about it and stuff, and you should watch it for yourselves, definitely, to render your own opinions. But the thing you walk away from that show with is, did he do something fucked up here?
Yeah. It seemed like it perhaps may have been a sort of some faulty wiring between the production, the fucking, the studio or the network or whoever the fuck, and the mom in the whole thing. It's that's an interesting thing, and I feel like Nathan. I don't know Nathan Fielder. I've never met him, although he's from Vancouver, Canada.
Heard of it, dude?
Yep.
Funniest guy in Ladner.
What's that?
Funniest guy in Ladner.
I think Nathan Fielder could easily be the funniest guy in Ladner.
Yeah.
Yes, I would widen his geographical reach of being the funniest.
Yeah,
guy.
it's hilarious too.
Very, very
Don't let
far.
us paint it in like
perhaps all the way to the ocean.
Yeah, don't let us paint it in like a pure in a light where that
we
kid
don't.
thing is the only thing.
It's
the whole series is amazing.
Yes, the
and
whole
I think
series is
necessary
amazing.
viewing.
I think with regard to the kid, it feels like Nathan Fielder was trying to be very, very nice to the boy, and let's hope things. I mean, who knows? I don't know. It was
got
a
renewed, I
little
read,
odd.
for season
good.
2, by the
Okay,
way.
good. I hope that child is okay.
Absolutely.
There was much ballyhoo made on Twitter and social media, brother. But the show itself was a fucking incredible show. You over here, you hit me up. You were like, "This might be the best fucking show I've ever seen."
Yeah, I mean, until
and
the
I
thing
agree.
with the kid,
There's nothing like it.
No, you've never seen anything remotely like this. If you've seen a movie called Synecdoche, New York, that is written and directed by Charlie Kaufman. It stars the late Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yep.
That is a similar kind of premise. It's about a playwright who gets a grant and he starts making this fucking play where he builds a set of his house and hires actors to play all the people in his life.
Yeah.
And then those actors start building a set within the set, and there's layers of actors, and he does shit like that in this as well.
Yeah, and it gives way to new and interesting, weird fucking ways to do comedy. One of the things I loved the most was there's this woman, Angela, who wants to get married and have kids. So Nathan's rehearsal for her is, here's what it would be like if you were married with kids, or at least with children. Then this fella comes into her life, and then she goes, "Would you like to join this experiment?" He sticks around for a minute. He fucks off, and Nathan Fielder goes, "I think I'd like to step into this. I want to be a father," and rah, rah, rah. He steps into it. And essentially the new sort of terrain that you got here is fucking... This woman is cast as we move on in the series. Yeah. It's not just her one episode, like, here's what you learn.
Right.
She lasts because Nathan wants this experiment to last with her so they can learn how to raise a child, even as a platonic friend couple or something. And she essentially gets cast in a series where she's the TV wife. She's the Patty Heaton to
truly,
Ray Romano.
Yeah, and that's exactly right.
Yeah.
That, for me, replaced sitcom format.
Right, exactly.
I was like, this is funnier and weirder
Yeah.
than any sitcom I can ever fucking
Yeah,
watch.
yeah.
It elevated the art form of a sitcom, I think, to this new weird place that's kind of social media. It's kind of reality TV.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how much of that shit was pre-planned. Did he know that he was going to step in to be the dad? Or when that one guy dips out,
I don't know.
is he just like, fuck, this is what I'll do next?
I think,
I don't know.
My opinion is that if I had to guess, I think that it happened by accident. And they're like, let's turn it into something. And then they just came up with the funniest fucking thing.
Yeah.
That's what I think happened. But it's even, which is unbelievable, and really funny. But it's almost like if they planned it ahead of time, that's just ridiculously genius. I don't know what the fuck. But just the shit with him coming home from doing other rehearsals, moving forward with this show.
Yeah.
And then he comes home, he's like, hi, honey, I'm home, literally. And she's like, hey, or, whatever, like, how was work today? And these fucking security cameras shooting it all. At that point, I was like, laughing.
Yeah,
'Cause
it's
like,
so fucking funny. The woman who is his wife is like, you've just never seen anything like it on television ever
Angela
in your
something.
life.
She's on Cameo now.
Yeah, I saw that. A bunch
Yeah.
of the people. I got the same Google News alert that you did. That's so bizarre because we just finished watching it.
No, dudes, he wanted one of us to mention it to the other one, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
But can't recommend it enough. Like I said, it's made even almost more interesting by the thing with the kid, I think. It's like potentially sinister, but then you start thinking to yourself, like, is this the new tier of kind of like a Bachelor or Survivor where you're watching now this show to see, like, will someone get damaged by it? Is like a question that's now in every season moving forward.
yeah.
I like it though. Ultimately, I give it A+, I think.
You give it A+ or an A+?
An A+.
Yeah.
Ultimately.
Same. Two.
You give it fucking... What are we trying to do?
I don't know, man. We like the show, hey? Hey, you like comedy?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Thank you. Moving on.
What do you think?
To me, A+
Comedy,
is the
thumbs up,
highest.
thumbs down, everybody. What do you
love
think?
comedy.
You like,
Thumbs
hey,
up.
hey, what do you think about it?
Comedy, thumbs up.
Yeah. Hey, comedy, thumbs up.
Chad, the astonishing predictions you made in episode 7 about the future of AI image generation have started to materialize.
Fuck yes,
Since
I
the
have.
public release of DALL-E 2 and Midjourney, several other AI image generators have surfaced, radically altering the business of image creation and upending the idea of copyrights altogether. Chad, you must now predict how the next phase of AI media generation will affect human society. This is Nostrachadus. Begin.
Hell yeah. Okay. So, did you hear any of that?
Yeah.
All right.
You were right about it, dude.
Yeah.
You were right about this AI art shit. And I heard even the episode that it said it was number 7. I'm listening, man. I can do 2 things at once. The Tronics are working on me.
Okay.
It's
You've abandoned your
it's
mental map.
thickening my brain while the
So-
Dudesy 6-month plan thickens my fucking thighs
So, yes,
and
the
shoulders.
last time Dudesy made me talk about this, I believe DALL-E 2 beta had just gone public, and it was a couple of articles were out there. Since then, all these other AI image generators have come out. The best one I think right now that is like open to anybody is Stable Diffusion's Dream AI. You can put in celebrities and shit. It's crazy. So that is where we're at now. And there's all these articles and shit are coming out about like graphic designer is a job that will never exist anymore. Illustrator, gone. There's a bunch of TikToks about it. And everybody's kind of seeing that writing on the wall. But still, there's this opposition to it that's like, you're telling me this is going to replace this, and it'll be like a picture of some weird AI demon-looking Mark Zuckerberg next to the Mona Lisa. And it's like, yeah, that is what we're telling you. It is going to replace that.
Yeah.
Because the steps that this technology is now going to take in the very near future is going to be it'll be like from the Wright brothers' first plane to a fucking spaceship that can land robots on Mars. Like, we're going to see the evolution of this technology very quickly, and it's going to go from still frames to video with sound. Google already has a fucking thing where you can put a single frame image in, and it will make a realistic video of it. Like, there's one of a fucking It's just like a shot of a beach, and then Google's thing made it look like it's panning across the beach, and it's pretty real.
Yeah, that's fucking incredible. Look, the last time we talked about this, you predicted what you predicted. Go back and listen to it if you want. And I disagree with you on this whole thing. But the further this technology goes, the more I'm starting to see it, man. And it is fucking freaky as shit.
You literally just type in a fucking sentence, and it creates an infinite, if you want, amount of images that satisfy those requirements, those descriptions,
those tronics.
And so those tronics. And so in the future, in the very near future, like drawing isn't going to be what you need to do.
Right.
Painting isn't going to be what you need to do. You're going to need to learn how to manipulate one of these AIs.
That's what's
How
up.
do you talk to one of these AIs to get the picture you want?
Well, yeah, and then correct me if I'm wrong. You know about this shit. As the AI gets smarter, won't it be pitching you stuff like, well, how about this? I know you said that, but how about this?
Yes, dude.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
It's going to take eventually. You're not even going to have to ask the fucking AI for what you want. It will know.
Yeah.
Because it's going to see everything you've watched and everything you've rated and listened to and read and how many microseconds you are looking at a fucking article or an image.
Right.
It knows that.
Yeah.
Now that information is known.
Yeah.
And it's going to take all of that information and say, here, I made you a TV show based on exactly who you are and what you want right at this moment.
Yeah.
And it's going to be the best thing you've ever seen. And so what you're going to do is just tune into it when you want to watch a new one, and it will make it as you watch it.
Which is kind of what's happening here. Dudes are making the podcast that it thinks that we should be doing.
Right.
And at this point, we shake the hands, bled together. And I'm like, holy fuck.
Yeah, at this point, the AI still needs us to do the labor to be in here.
All right, but then what?
Then we're just fucking digital avatars, dude.
Yeah, see, that's the part where I disagree with you.
We might already be.
No, what's going to happen is there's going to be even more of a premium. I know this is Nostrachadus, but there's going to be even more of a premium placed on real art. I went to the fucking...
what the fuck is real art?
What?
What does that mean? Real art. Like AI art's not real?
What?
You said there's going to be more of a premium put on real art.
Yeah.
Implying that like AI art is not real.
Well, it's real once it's finished, but yeah, I guess it's real. All right. Let me rephrase that. Human art. No, fuck it. Fuck you, bro.
Okay.
Real art.
All right.
Real art's made by people. And more of a premium will be placed on real art. I went to the Lincoln Center. Molly and I went to the museum, right? And we were just in New York City. New York City, get a rope. Remember that?
I do.
Picante sauce?
Everybody remembers that.
Yeah, not everybody. But yeah.
Every fucking human dude.
Every fucking human dude. Every fucking human dude knows the Pace Picante commercial, brother. So we went to the museum. And I mean, when you're in the midst of a fucking beautiful sculpture of marble, or what else? What's that shit? Granite?
Sure.
And soapstone, very soft, right? Forgiving for a beginning, for a beginner carver. If you're gonna do art carvings, you gotta know what the fuck you're doing. So I started on the soapstone, then I went up, and now it's chainsaw carvings on the fucking wood. And that's why everybody said, hey, January 6th guy, why don't you come with us on the 6th? We could use your fucking chainsaw skills, right? And then never outside of Nancy Pelosi's office, hey, it's fucking Johnny. So, hey man, what were we talking about before?
We were talking about AI art, and you were making the point that art is only made by humans, and then
the good art. Here's what's up. Here's what I was going to say. When you are in the presence of these incredible pieces of art that have lasted thousands of years longer than the artists, dude, there is nothing like that, and it's the human to human connection. That's what art does. It connects human to human. The artist to the person,
yeah, in some cases,
that interprets and ingests this art as we all walk down this road of life with a few tronics. Keep them in your pockets, everybody.
But that's not necessarily what art has become. Even the stuff made by humans. If you look at like television shows, for example, there is a tier of television shows that has like high artistic value. And then there's a tier that is just pumped out by giant billion-dollar media corporations to keep us looking at a screen for as many hours a day as they can get us to do it.
Yeah.
There's no human connection. They're not conveying a message to us through the medium. They're just trying to addict us to watching it so that they can put more ads in it.
Yeah, that's already a form of what you're talking about.
But I'm saying that's
It's
already made by people.
Right. Yeah, sure. But that's one kind. The other kind of these fucking sculptures and beautiful art and everything that gets, an inspiration into you or a reaction out of you. And that can only be made by humans. What say you?
I disagree. I think an AI will be able to make everything. It's like in the early days of, I remember when MP3s first came out. And people were like, oh, yeah, this is never going to take on because you can't like get a movie down to put a movie on a fucking iPod.
Yeah.
That was like the thinking when that technology came out. Now, there are no hard copies of anything, any media anymore.
Yep. But both of them got beautiful songstress, Celine Dion. And that's the art. The art is the Celine in between. And
no, I'm just talking about technology.
Yeah, well, I'm not, man. I'm talking about art, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think AI is going to replace everything.
Thank you. Moving on.
All media.
Oh, thank goodness. So, what else is up?
Not much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you
fucking
seen?
eyebrows are a nice touch.
Yeah. Cheers. Molly did this.
Yeah.
My beautiful fiance Molly did, and she made this little thing. She's like, "Oh, don't worry, because we couldn't find purple boots. Look, we made little booties. We're having a
Will
good time."
Sasso, using all of the data I have absorbed from text messages and emails between you and the astonishing friends you grew up with, I was able to recreate your childhood diary. You must now read the passages I have selected in the voice of Stone Cold Steve Austin. This is Stone Cold Steve Austin reads Will Sasso's childhood diary. Begin.
Yeah,
It made you do this last time, too. When you were in the crow makeup, it made you do a Stone Cold.
that's right. Holy shit. Okay, so there you go.
Yeah.
That's one. Yeah, that's something that Dudesy likes and thinks that we should be doing.
I guess so.
Yeah. All right. Well, if so this is Stone Cold. I love doing these. These are fun. Dudesy's come up with these things that are not from my life, but they're the way an AI has interpreted my life.
But they're kind of like it. Some of the stuff. Funny
Yeah,
Sky Ladner.
All right, man. Are you Hey, by the way, are you stoned right now?
Yeah.
You want to smoke a little more weed?
Sure.
We're just going to take a break to smoke a little more weed.
We don't even have to take a break. We can continue going as we smoke.
All right. Hold on a second, dude. We're just taking a little puff. Did Dudesy say we have to finish these by the end of the show, or
It's said as a reward for, I think, for you dressing as you're dressed and for us saying goodnight.
Yeah, well, I've soared with the eagles and slithered with the snakes and been everywhere in between. Yeah, I'm going to tell you something right now. You got to do the right impersonation. Yeah, you can't just take whatever impersonation you want to do.
Oh, God.
Dig it. This is Stone Cold.
dude? I'm really fucking high. Real quick, just let me get a little more weed.
Yeah, man. Indulge in Dudesy's gifts to us.
Dudes need.
Dunesies.
Okay.
And I say, hey, yeah, hey, yeah. I said, hey, oh, hell yeah.
All right.
April 8th, 1991. Dear Diary, well, it's official. The funniest guy in Ladder just became the luck.
Fucking, that's the second sentence in this fucking.
What?
Okay.
All right.
Well, it's official. The funniest guy in Ladner just became the luckiest guy at Delta Senior Secondary.
That's what we called high schools.
Yeah.
I woke up this morning just like any other day, brushed my teeth, did my hair, pinched off exactly 3 5/8 inches of brown gold to make room for breakfast. But when I came down the stairs to eat said breakfast, both my parents told me that they were going to take my little brothers to visit our Aunt Tasman and Uncle Gord.
I'm Italian. I don't have people with those names in my family. So that's gonna christen, and I don't have younger brothers.
Yeah.
I have 2 older siblings.
Gonna christen the new christen the new pool they got for summer. But Tasman and Gord are all the way out in Chilliwack.
Awesome.
That's 2 hours, 2.5 with traffic. So they're gonna stay the night, which means I got the whole motherfucking house to myself. Which means no one will be here to stop me. Which means I can do whatever I want. Which means it's time to fucking party.
That's pretty
You're going
good.
to throw a house party.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm in.
April 9th, 1991, Dear Diary. I'm batting 1,000. Every person I invited is RSVP'd with a resounding yes. Gibber Pravalia, Timothy Bubble, Rachel Crustacean, Jessamine Tenders, Greg Kincaid, Gino Dolphin, Dante Littleleg, Bethany Protein, Deandra Towel, Jennifer Neutrino, Tabitha Mordred, Stephen fucking Trillo Bite, because you can't have a party without fucking Trillo, Lamantha Lamp, hell, even Cornelian Squeen said he'd come by. You know, we had our differences in the past, but we put those behind us and become close friends. The universe truly moves in mysterious ways.
Oh, so we got a couple of new additions, I think, to the weird world of your junior high in there. A couple of new people.
Yep.
April 10th, 1991, scored the drinks, but I got no place in my house to hide 200 cans and bottles without my parents wondering why I got so thirsty all of a sudden. Luckily, Gino Dolphin's dad has an old tool shed in their backyard that he never goes in anymore. So we got the drinks in there on ice for the next 3 days, and no one's the wiser, except maybe Gino's older brother, Mark, who keeps his Victoria's Secret catalogs in that shed.
Oh, man.
But now that I got the beverage situation locked and loaded,
nostalgic.
it's time to come up with some activities for my guests. I was thinking arm wrestle, leg wrestle, singing contest, football game, shit and blame, standing bench press, Happy Meals, tractor wheels, sleeping upside down, gold hats, baseball bats, gold hats, baseball bats, screaming in my crown, putt-putt, Pizza Hut, eat charcoal briquettes, thin noodles, thick poodles, living with Tourette's. Hear a lie, start to cry, someone's gonna die.
These are party activities.
Break a law, draw a straw, feed yourself a pie. Ginch, gaunch, pinch, launch, gobble don de doo. No, gobble don do dee. It's Ginch, gaunch, pinch, launch, gobble don do dee. Crank tank, thank bank, you'll have to wait and see. Bibble, tribble, ribble, script, dip, dibble.
That is that diary. That was that log in the diary.
Fucking Christ.
Oh, there's more. Hey, you want to smoke more pot?
No, I'm good.
April 11th, 1991, Dear Diary. I haven't been completely honest with you. Yeah, I want to throw a party to prove I'm the coolest kid in Ladner, but it's more than that. The real reason I want to put together the best event this town has ever seen is to impress somebody, and I think you know who it is, Rachel Crustacean.
Oh.
I like her and I think she likes me, but we still haven't had that first kiss. So I'm hoping that the moment will be right at the party. And to help create the perfect moment, I wrote her a poem.
Oh, no.
And to make sure she knows how much she means to me, I went down to the antique paper maker and got a special scroll of papyrus, 2,000 years old. Then I rented an antique gator bone quill set and a Victorian ink pot. I read a few books about calligraphy.
You're really you're going all out on this fucking
man.
poem.
Oh God! I read a few books about calligraphy and did my best to make it look nice. And it looks real fucking nice, so she should enjoy it as she's reading along to me reciting to her from memory. Here's a poem.
I can't believe this.
I have felt love but once before. A man who's dead forevermore. But talk of him I shall not do. Tonight I speak of loving you. On second thought, let me just say one real quick thing, if that's okay. So big, so strong, so powerful. Rewrote that what was allowable. 21 bouts undefeated. The streak is what we all needed. Just who was this number breaker? He went by The Undertaker.
The streak did not exist in 1991. As a matter of fact, it was his first match at WrestleMania 7 versus Jimmy Snuka.
Isn't when it started?
That's when the streak started. And then at WrestleMania 30 in 2014 against Brock Lesnar, the streak ended.
Okay, interesting. So he's in my head, Dudesy is a little man.
He's got dude in his name.
Yeah.
It's got dude in its name.
Right. Yeah, so the AI is like taking all times from The Undertaker's life and putting them into 1991.
Pretty weird.
Never be another like him. A hero, but he's dark and grim. He's in my dreams and in my heart. He doesn't wrestle. He makes art. If I should die before I wake, my soul is his to undertake. Through hell we'll walk hand in his hand. Love everlasting for this man. One fateful day so long ago, something happened in his first show. Undertaker took me over. Dick so hard, I lost composure. She's gonna fucking love it.
That's the poem he's gonna fucking tell the Rachel crustacean. It ends with Dick so hard, I lost composure.
April 9th, 1991, Dear Diary. It was a disaster. Crustacean showed up 2 hours late, and when she finally came, she wasn't alone. She brought Tandy Baggins. Tandy Baggins was not invited to this party for a reason. Me and Tandy had heat.
Well, there's, heat, dude.
Yeah, brother.
Yep.
We went into business together in the third grade, selling candy out of our backpacks at lunch. We sold out every day for a few months. Then Tandy got sloppy. Instead of keeping the operation mobile, he just sat down, opened his backpack at a table in the middle of the cafeteria, and started selling. There was a circle of 20 kids standing around him within 2 minutes. Couldn't have drawn more attention if he had fireworks coming out of his ass. He got caught and he got scared. They wanted the name of his accomplice in exchange for leniency, so he sold me out. He only got a week in detention. They called my parents, who were understandably not happy. I kept my distance all night, didn't want to make a scene, and Baggins never left Crustacean's side, so I never got my shot. Fate can be cruel. I'm not letting this discourage me. Tandy's got a round of bad karma coming his way for ratting me out. Hell, I could feel it. Shoot, I might even cause it.
Oh, fuck. Oh, man.
Pretty good.
That's interesting. There's a new character in that one. Tandy
Thank you.
Baggins.
Moving on.
Tandy Baggins. to the party with Rachel Crustacean.
Yeah, that's very sad that you didn't get to give Rachel Crustacean
This concludes the
2000
historic
year
24th episode of Dudesy.
papyrus.
Will and Chad have achieved a score of 72, bringing your cumulative total to 3,112.
Yep.
You only have 6,888 more points to accrue
Shipping
before you
away.
reach your first goal of 10,000.
Very exciting.
Next week is the Dudesy 25th Anniversary Spectacular. You must each wear a suit for the episode. Thank you for joining us this week.
That's pretty good.
I will use the data I've collected to make next week even better. Until then, call me Dudesy.
25 years, and my life is still trying to get up that great big hill of hope.
If you like Dudesy, here's what you do. Please tell a friend and rate and review. If you like Dudesy, here's what you do. Please tell a friend and rate and review. If you like Dudesy, here's what you do. Please tell a friend and